Hello and welcome to this episode of Cosmic Crow Tarot, where today we're going to be unboxing the Tarot Obscuro, created by Lotta, and there's her last name. I'm not about to even try to pronounce that. I apologize. I know I will screw that up. So we're just going to move past that and check out this awesome deck. This is one of those Kickstarter decks that I backed quite a few months ago. I believe it might have even been last year. And it's finally here. It's creepy, it's dark, and it's right up my alley. So if it is for yours too, then sit back. Let's see what the cards have to share. I've already got it out of the box. It came shipped in. That box was really dirty. I don't know if they the delivery people threw it on the ground and the rocks and the dust and everything. Like, that thing was just gross. So I took it out, and the box itself, everything is fine and it's beautiful and it's still in the packaging, and you can see right there it's made in China, because apparently things are cheaper made to be cheaper to be created in China than it is America. But hey, I'm not the one that created it. I'm just the one that gets to enjoy it. So we're going to snip it right there with my trusty scissors so we can get into this deck. If I can, I put a little hole there so we can do it. So we can get into this deck and see what all the different illustrations are. Like I said, this was a Kickstarter deck that I backed quite a few months ago, maybe even like last year sometime. I don't remember. And they showed all the cards, like all the illustrations and everything in that Kickstarter, so you knew what you were backing, which is awesome. But as months went by and I haven't looked at it and I haven't checked it, I don't remember what many of the illustrations were. So that front one, I believe that's the sun right there, and you've got the gold foil right there on the side of where it says Obscuro, and the O is right there with the tarot. So it's really cool. It's really well made. The box is very sturdy, because I know of unboxed things before that didn't even come with the box. So this is definitely one of the best ones I've seen, very heavy duty. And there it has all of her information there. We've got unainspace.com, which I'll put that link in the description below so you can easily just click on it. And Instagram, Una in Space, you've got that as well. I'll put that link in there too. And you've even got her email address right there. So if you want to shoot her an email, wondering where you can purchase it, I'd say if this deck is available for purchase after the Kickstarter, it's going to be at that website right there. That's hers. So she would, of course, if she's got any ones to share and sell after the Kickstarter, then that's definitely where I check first. So I'm going to pull this out. See there, I don't believe there's a guidebook here. The guidebook, if I remember correctly, was extra. You could add that on, but I didn't. So I've just got the deck to share with you. There is the back of the box, by the way, so you can check that out. Magnetic closure, which is really nice there. Oh, hey, and I'm glad I opened it back up, because there, you've got the guidebook. It's at this PDF, so just snap on that with your phone or click on that with your camera, and you can pop that right up. So you've got that guidebook with you at all times if you just have the deck with you. So we're going to take this little slide thing off if I can. I don't want to cut it because, I could mess up and cut the deck. So we're just going to, ooh, there we go. Yes, see, it's nice and out. And there's something about just having a brand new tarot deck, one that's just come off the presses and stuff. It's a new doll or something smell, a new book smell, and things like that. So you'll hear me, I don't know if you heard me do that or not. Scent-O-Vision is not legal, or not legal. No, that's not the right word. Scent-O-Vision doesn't exist yet. Maybe one day, but definitely smells like a fresh new book. That back on there, that is absolutely beautiful. I love how that is, upside down, right side up. Doesn't matter. You don't know until you draw the card. And there you can see the edges are very black, very creepy and everything, and that was an addition when she hit her Kickstarter goal and everything. That was one of the extras that you could get, was the fact that she made this black edges. And for the illustrations and everything right here, the black sides and everything, that definitely makes it just that much better. So there we have just the overall look at the deck and the box and everything. But you're not here to see the box. You're not here to see the booklet and all of that, guidebook, phone using to make the video and everything. I can't click on that right now. But we're not here to see that. You want to see the illustrations. I want to see the illustrations. So we're going to get right into it with the Fool. So there is the Fool, very creepy and everything, very dark and aesthetics and things like that. But you can see he's kind of foolish, but he's very serious too. He knows what he wants and he's willing to go after it. He's staring you down, asking you if you are ready to go after something. You are ready to embrace your power, to leap off into that unknown and be a fool for what you love. Now I don't know if it's there. Okay, you can see it right there. It's gold right there, the writing and everything is gold, so that's really cool. And then if I move it up here, you can, I don't know, I can't really get it to do it there. Slightly. Yes, so the numbers and the name down on the bottom, those are really cool in the gold foil, and I think kind of pops on that illustration. So I'm going to set him down so I get the deck back in the way it was. The Magician, you know, is after the Fool, so we have that illustration. And look, they have all the flowers and everything. They got the star on the top. So the Fool here has jumped into the unknown, and now he's embracing his magic. You know, the energy I always get from this is fake it till you make it. So they're definitely like standing there like, I know I'm awesome, so I'm going to teach you that I'm awesome too. So this is an awesome illustration as well. The High Priestess follows the Magician, you know, masculine and feminine energy. That's how we create the Empress. And there is the High Priestess again standing in her power. She's got that crown of stars above her head. She's got the two above her: kindness, compassion, empathy, thought process, choices, balance, intuition. That intuition is there because she's kind to herself. She has compassion to herself and for others, and she's learned from the experiences of the past. All those times she's been a fool, all those times that she's began something, it's giving that power to her to trust herself, to make the right choices in her lives, and she trusts her intuition. So awesome illustration there. Empress is next. Creepy looking Empress. I love just the creepiness of this deck. That's what it was. The Obscuro, the I think it said like tarot from the depths of space or something like that. So, you know, space, dark, creepy, not a lot there, but these people, like, they inspire us and they empower us, and that's what I want. Like, that's when it comes to the tarot, that's what I'm all about. So there is the Empress, you know, she's got her eyes closed and everything. She's asking herself what she wants to create. She trusts her intuition. She's began things before, and that action and thought process is how we create the Empress. So there is the Empress, followed by the Emperor. I've seen this illustration before. This is one of the ones that definitely Una actually, or Lotta, however you want to say her name, she's got a couple there. She sent me like wallpapers from my phone at one time, and this was one of them. And his eyes, you know, staring at you and everything, saying like the power is within you. You know, you appreciate or you admire other emperors, other strong foundations, but you need to see that within yourself. And that's what I'm really enjoying about this deck. Although if you know me personally, I don't know if this is something I've ever shared before, but people staring at me even in illustrations makes me uncomfortable. Like if I'm in the bathroom and there's a magazine or something, and the magazine has a picture of someone that's looking right at you, I have to turn the magazine over or set something on top of it because it's just weird. Don't watch me while I'm using the bathroom, even if you are like an illustration on a card. So that's some weird little tidbit about me you might not have known. But Emperor right there, strong foundation, staring you down into your soul, reminding you that you're a strong foundation as well. The Hierophant. The Hierophant's not looking at us. The Hierophant's kind of looking down, kind of learning from these experiences of his past. He's his own teacher. He inspires others with that to be their own teachers as well. So that's an awesome illustration there of the halfway points of the 1-10 through the major arcana 1 through 10 with the Hierophant. And I just like how he's got the table and he's got almost like a dunce hat right there because he's, you know, been a dunce in the past and he's learned those lessons. So when we learn our own lessons, those 1 through 4, you know, begin seeing our power, trusting our intuition, creating what we want, and that strong foundation, you know, we can be our own teachers and inspire others at the same time. So there is the Hierophant. The Lovers is next, and here is the illustration of the Lovers. Two characters there holding one thing, creating something together because they love one another. But that is just one aspect of the Lovers. There's the fact that you follow your heart in everything that you do. That is the message of the Lovers when it comes to choices. And then there's the love that you have for yourself. You know, RuPaul says in every episode of RuPaul's Drag Race at the very end, if you can't love yourself, how in the hell do you expect to love somebody else? So they love themselves and they love each other too. So that's a beautiful illustration there. Ooh, and the Chariot. Look at the Chariot. How awesome this illustration is. Like there, he's getting in it. He doesn't have like the horses or the sphinxes that we see in the Rider-Waite-Smith. He's the one or she's the one. We don't know if this is a man or a woman. We'll say they. They're the ones getting behind the wheel right here and taking control and driving themselves to where they want to be, overcoming the obstacles that stand in their way of success. So that is awesome right there. Strength is next, you know, overcoming the obstacles to find that strength within, and there is strength. He doesn't have big, thick arms. He's not facing down a monster. He's found his own power. That's where the strength that he has possessed comes from. So there is strength. The Hermit is next. Again, creepy, awesome little illustration of the Hermit, spending that time in solitude to learn the secrets of your soul. All of the numbers that have come before it with all of these cards, you know, is within the Hermit. That's where he learns the lessons he needs. That's where he takes that power and spins the wheel of fortune to the next chapter of his story. And there is the wheel of fortune, and she's got it. She's small too, but she's still taking control, and she's spinning that wheel, having that confidence. This is the card connected to Jupiter, so that luck and good fortune is on her side when she does, because she's learned from all those experiences of her past. You can't see his face or anything like that because he's taking that time to look within. He doesn't need to see you. He just needs to see the light and everything from within himself. So there is that illustration and the Wheel of Fortune that follows that, having that luck and good fortune because you've learned from those experiences of the past. We move on to Justice. We are on to the second half of the major arcana. Got a whole lot more to go, so I'm not going to be as, maybe not as like detailed, I don't know. So Justice is right here, and you got the scales and everything like that. She's very balanced. Those scales are very balanced, very even though her head is slightly sideways, so she's taking that time as well internally so she could be fair to herself, because the more you're fair to yourself, the more the universe, God, spirit, your higher self, however you choose to see it, the more fair they're going to be to you. So that illustration is right there. The Hanged Man is next. Ooh, this one is really interesting. It's so different than the hangman or hanged men? Yeah, something like that. The hanged people that we see in the other tarot decks, because this one doesn't show a person. It doesn't at all. There is the cross that the stuff is hanging from. There is the robe. There is the cloak, maybe. And it's just alone. Like, there's nobody there. It's like you're standing away from this. You've hung your things up, and now you're asking yourself if you're ready to don the clothes in order to move forward, to let whatever needs to die, come to an end so that you can begin something new. And there is death right here. Oh, I love this illustration. Look, there is a skeleton. It's very Santa Muerte. And the horse and everything, it's very reality, very creepy, very Western. Oh, I love this death card. This is beautiful. So letting everything just fall away that no longer serves you so that you can apply that knowledge of your past. Temper the doubt and be the alchemist of your story so you can change your life for the better. There is the X14, that combines the magician with the strong foundation to make the Hierophant, learning all those experiences and applying that knowledge to the present so you can make your future what you want it to be. A beautiful illustration of temperance. It's like all within her, all the little things around her are all those experiences that she's learned from. And that circle or that ball or whatever that is up there, that it's all within her now. She has all the knowledge, all the wisdom, and all the experience and intelligence she needs to move forward with confidence. So there is that temperance card, followed by the devil. You don't trust yourself enough. The pain of the past might be hindering you too much, so you turn to the vices and addictions of the devil. But this is an awesome illustration of the devil, like his horns and everything like that, and that mask. It's just very creepy, very cool. It's an awesome illustration right there. Then the tower, falls because you've given into your vices and addictions too much. And here is the illustration of the tower. The tower doesn't seem to really be falling here, but he still seems to be sitting there reflecting on it so that he can learn from that experience and build something new. Because when the tower comes crashing down, then all we have left is the hope and inspiration and the hidden talents that are hidden within us so that we can find that success and wealth. 17, that relates to the magician with the chariot, beginning to take control of our lives and finding that success and wealth and the strength to make our dreams a reality. The star, that is the hope, like I said, after the tower. That is the hidden talent card. It's the astrology connected to Aquarius. So it's just all kinds of awesome. And there is the star. But the star is over the face, which reminds us we are the stars of our stories. So that is that illustration. The moon is next, and I love this illustration. Love, love, love it. It's so creepy. It's so awesome. And I think this is the reason I fell in love with this deck in the first place, because this was just, it's weird. It's so much fun. Like, it's a moon on a stick with a face. I don't know. It's just fun. And that dreams, it's subconscious, and illusions and things like that within us. Like, that's the moon, guidance from like the powers that be, showing us what's the word, synchronicities and things like that. So that's awesome, that illustration. The sun is next, and we have that happiness and positivity. We don't get that much happiness and positivity from this illustration, but it's beautiful nonetheless. Like that, finding beauty and sunlight even in the darkest of days by finding it within. That's how this illustration speaks to me. It's absolutely beautiful. The Judgment is next, and you see this illustration. This reminds me a lot of that temperance. So we're going to kind of go back. Hold on, if I can do this really quickly. Did I get it? Sort of. Yeah, actually I did. There. So you see this card right here. Judgment, or temperance. And then you see this card right here. It's kind of similar, in my opinion, because you've got all these things going up, but here they're all coming down, and he's embracing them. He's learning from those experiences. He's learning from his own past so that he finds that power and that potential to find that success of the world because he's forgiven the past. So we have all of that, and I just feel like those two cards are really connected because, you know, she applies all the knowledge of her past in order to know what she needs to do moving forward. And he's taken all that knowledge and everything, and he's learned from it. He's experienced that. 20 of the major arcana, you know, that connects back to the world, no, because there's the world, the high priestess. So you're learning from all those experiences and everything, and it's giving you the power to make the right choices and trust your intuition. So that is judgment. I love that illustration. I love the tree in the background, which kind of reminds us, you know, trees live for thousands of years, hundreds of years. They're so big, they're so mighty, and they've seen so much. But they don't let that hold them back. They keep growing, and we need to keep growing too. So that is that illustration, followed by the world. There is the world. The world is on her head. She's forgiven the past. She's learned from the entire major arcana sequence, and there she is, ready to begin again. So we are going to begin, apparently, with the Suit of Cups in the minor arcana sequence and see what they have to share. Here is the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups. Talk about a creepy, creepy illustration. Like, look at their heads. That is very strange. I love this. I've never seen a deck as creepy and weird as this. And come on, my favorite deck is the Deviant Moon Tarot. No, still nothing compares to the Deviant Moon Tarot in my opinion. But this deck is up there in the creepy and weird and fantastic. So that is the Two of Cups. The Three of Cups is 3 pots on people's heads. So that is really cool and really creepy again. Four of Cups is next. And he's got all of his cups there. And I like how that one right there is kind of like a child, so he's learning from that past. You know, he's the strong foundation, but he's bored, and he's been bored, but he's stacked all this up, so he's taking that time to look within, appreciating that strong foundation that he is, so he can decide where he wants to go next. 5 of Cups is what we have next. And this illustration doesn't really scream the crying over spilled milk, like I call it, where the 3 cups are laying down and the 2 cups are behind him. But you've got that sadness on their face, and he's holding all those cups because he's like, this doesn't serve me anymore. So I need to move forward. I need to set these down and look away from them so that I can reflect on them. Yes, there's the 6 of Cups that follows the 5 of Cups in the sequence, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're looking into those cups. They're looking into that past. All of those things that hurt them once before, they're taking the time to reflect on them so they can decide where they want to go next. That follows with that precedes the card of choices, and there is the 7 of Cups. And look, something is blooming from that center cup. You've let go of the past. You've learned from it so that you can have something better than you ever had before. 7 of Cups, you know, that relates to the trade of the major arcana, overcoming the obstacles that stand in your way of success. So overcoming that pain of the past, learning from it so that you can create something better. Make that choice, and then you can leave behind what no longer serves you, what no longer emotionally serves you, so you can find something better. There is the success and wealth of the Suit of emotional happiness and fulfillment. And there are all those cups, you know, that has the potential to fulfill us when we let go and leave behind what no longer serves us. So that is that illustration, followed by the 9 of Cups, the wish card of the tarot. And she looks depressed too, but she has the power to make all of her wishes come true. So she's got all those stacked, all that potential, you know, she's learned from those experiences of the past. This is the 9, so it relates to the Hermit of the major arcana, showing that power and potential that we have to make our wishes come true when we learn from the experiences of our past. So that is the 9 of Cups, followed by the 10 of Cups, the happy family card. And this is kind of awesome. It's so awesome. Like I was going to say kind of awesome, but no, I really like it. The mushrooms and everything, because that shows 10 of Cups is the happy family. And think about mushrooms, like the fungus that is in the forests and everything like that. They're definitely in a way of family because they all work together and they're all in harmony. So that is an awesome take on the 10 of Cups, followed by the Page of Cups. We have the head right there, the potential and everything, the beginning of the suit, beginning of the court of emotional happiness and fulfillment. You got that illustration right there, followed by the Knight. There is the Knight of Cups. You know, he's the romantic of the tarot, the one that follows his heart and everything he does. So he's got the ocean of emotion behind him, and he's focused on, okay, I've left behind the negative emotions. I'm focused on what can fill this giant cup of mine and make me feel happy and joyful. There is the Queen of Cups. She looks slightly happy, but slightly sad as well. She's kind of reflecting on her life and the lives of others and everything, because we know this is the mother of the tarot, the kind and compassionate woman that cares more about herself more about others than she does herself. So that is an awesome illustration right there, followed by the King of Cups. his cup is a little bit smaller. He's put a lot of energy out into the world, and now he's focused on what he can do for himself, what can make his heart sing. Because when this card comes up, it says, listen to your heart, follow your heart in everything you do. Now we're going to follow our hearts to see what else is in this deck and get to the suit of wands. The wands are actually sticks here, so this is awesome. Like, it's kind of remnant of the Rider-Waite-Smith too, because maybe I just have a dirty mind, but look at that little branch coming off right there. That looks similar to something, doesn't it? So we've got the Ace of Wands there, the Two of Wands next. That branch has bloomed into something better because, you know, we're taking that time. Should I stay or should I go? What passion do I want to grow next? That is that illustration. The Three of Wands, my favorite card of any tarot deck, because it's about embracing your passion, embracing your fire, and inspiring others to do the same in the process. So that is the Three of Wands. The Four of Wands is next, and it's very Marseille style in a way, because you've got all those candles and there's not much else going on there, but this is like the card of a strong foundation that you're passionate about, weddings, celebrations of that sort and everything. So that is that illustration. The Five of Wands is a hand, which is kind of creepy because it's just a hand, but think about it this way. Like, this is the card of immaturity and people fighting, and you see all those veins and everything going through. That's all the pain and the struggles and everything that we've experienced in the past. All those times we've had to fight for what we believe in. You know, we're taking control. We're changing our stories for the better because we've learned from those experiences, transforming our lives. Go back to that Hierophant of the Major Arcana, the 5, and showing, you know, we can be our own teachers when we stop giving into the negative emotions, stop giving into the immaturity and fighting. So that is that illustration, followed by the Six of Victories, appreciating all those victories. Six of Victories, I actually said that, didn't I? Six of Wands, which is a card of appreciating our victories no matter how small they are. So you got like this one might be a big victory we achieved, this one not so much, this one a little bit lower, and everything like that. But all of those experiences, reflecting on them, Lovers of the Major Arcana, self-reflection, loving who we are, that Six of Cups of reflecting on the things that made us sad and things like that. All of the reflection is in this card so that we can take that power, we can learn what we need to do, and we can overcome the obstacles that stand in our way of our passions. And that's this illustration right here, the Seven of Wands. You know, they're all holding wands. They all have passions. They all have opinions. And we need to believe in our own. We don't need to let other people stand in our way of achieving our goals and letting their doubt about what we can do hinder our own beliefs. So that is that illustration. The Eight of Wands is next. Things moving quickly, life moving quickly, because we've overcome the obstacles and now we're finding success with our passions. So there is the Eight of Wands, and you've got that, and you've got the blooms and everything coming out on it, and it looks a little bit difficult to hold, but she's in control because this is something that she's passionate about. Nine of Wands is right here. This is a card that I always say, like looking over your shoulder, worrying when the next thing is going to fall. Now think back. Can we get to it quickly? I can. I love how that works. So there is the Five of Wands, and here's the Nine of Wands. So you see they've struggled before. Like I said, like we've experienced immaturity before, people not believing in us, things like that. But all of those experiences may leave us feeling like we need to look over our shoulder. But the power is still within our hands. Like our hands, our blood, sweat, and tears and all that, when we're able to defend what we're passionate about and stop looking over our shoulders, well, then anything is possible. Sure, we're going to get overwhelmed by those passions at times, and that's the Ten of Wands right there, and he's in the trees. He's part of the wands. He's really gotten into this investment so much. He's so passionate about it that he feels overwhelmed by it. But then we got to remember that this is connected to the Wheel of Fortune. So even if we do feel overwhelmed by our passions, that doesn't mean that we can't succeed in them. We're closer than we think. We don't have to do all of this on our own. We can spin that wheel and begin the next chapter because we've achieved our passions in the past and felt overwhelmed, and we can feel overwhelmed again, but really believe in ourselves even if we are. So that is the Ten of Wands, followed by the Page of Wands. Got the beak and everything on that one, so that's really cool. Kind of nod to Cosmic Crow Tarot here because, you know, crows and all that. So you got the Page of Wands right there. The Knight of Wands, the passionate soldier that can be a bit flighty, and that's, you can kind of see that in this illustration because see all the wands around him? There's so much opportunity here to soldier on towards what he's passionate about, but he might have so much he's passionate about it's not as easy to soldier on towards. So that is the Knight of Wands, followed by the most creative queen of the court, the Queen of Wands, and you have that illustration right there. And the Knight of Wands? No, the King of Wands, and his head is the wands, or yeah, his head is the wands, because like you can see it's seamless right there. Like he's become it. He's learned from all these experiences past. He has been around the world. He's seen the world. He's all the stories to share and tell, inspire others with. So that is the King of Wands. And then we move to the Suit of Pentacles. Oh, I love this illustration. I think they call this a hoodoo. Whenever I'm like at a lake or something and I'm just really bored, I'll set up the rocks like this. I mean, I don't have them as well as that or that big, but really cool illustration right there. And look right at the top, the sun that we saw earlier in this deck is right there at the top. So that is awesome. A little nod to that sun. The Ace of Pentacles reminding us when we're positive, we believe in ourselves and our ideas and that potential that the Ace is, you know, we have the power to achieve it. The Two of Pentacles is next, and we have this illustration, you know, following that passion, what we want to succeed in, everything, and finding balance, like staying on top of things even when things get crazy. Three of Pentacles, usually this card has more people than just one person in it, but there's those hands, those creepy veiny hands. I don't have that much veins in my hands, do I? But those veiny hands, they're showing how much work has been applied, how much they've worked to create something wonderful. And nod back to the Empress, because the Empress, did she have a star with her? See, this is why you put them back in order. Yeah, see, her head is kind of like starish right there. So she's like, this is the slow work to create those things, the hands that we have to put in order to create what we want and find that success. Four of Pentacles is next, and they're all kind of set up on these stones. This is saving our money for a rainy day, kind of feeling that strong foundation that we've worked on, and they're kind of stuck in there, so they've worked hard to achieve it. But you kind of have that message too, that money isn't everything, because it's kind of just, again, stuck there and we can't really use it for anything. So we're kind of losing that focus because, you know, all we think about is material aspects and things like that. So that is the Four of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles, doesn't matter how much money you might have saved, you still find yourself down on your luck. And that is the energy of the Five of Pentacles. A lot of times it's not actually being down on your luck. It's worrying about being down on your luck. Like, you know, just that fear of where I'm going to get the money from, how I'm going to pay this bill, pay Peter, borrow from Peter to pay John or something like that. Paul is it. I remember my last comment on one of my videos. Like, it was pay Peter by stealing from Paul. Why can't I get that right? Beside the point. Five of Pentacles, halfway point of the suit of material happiness and financial success relates back to the Hierophant. So you learning from those experiences where you have felt down on your luck before can help you change and transform your life for the better. Six of Pentacles is sharing, is caring card. And you see there, they're kind of taking that alone time. They're learning from their experiences. You know, they're sharing that knowledge and wisdom and maybe in their finances with others. That's awesome. Yay, 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 yay. Seven of Pentacles, patience, patience, patience. Patience has paid off for me because there is the crow. There is the crow in the illustration. So do I have a favorite card in this deck? I never would have said this any other time, I don't think. But yes, the Seven of Pentacles is probably my favorite card in this deck. Like, look, it's the bird, it's the crow. I mean, it might not actually be a crow. You look closely at it, it doesn't exactly look like a crow. But it's still really cool. We had patience, and patience has paid off because there is the crow. So that's an awesome little illustration there for sure. The Eight of Pentacles is next. You know, working hard to find that success and wealth, practicing until we're perfect. That is that illustration right there. And she's like, she's done it. She's up there within her power and she's creating it. Nine of Pentacles. Wow, this illustration is gorgeous as well. Look, all the stars are in our favor. We can do whatever we want and purchase whatever we want because we've worked hard. We've learned from our experiences. Hermit energy with this card, showing that success and wealth that we have earned so we can buy ourselves something nice. I love this illustration. The trees and everything, that goes back to the Suit of Wands. So in those passions can take us far. And the stars coming down says the stars are smiling upon us and we can have our dreams be a reality because we've worked hard to achieve it. The Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is a card of generations of family coming together. Or in my favorite way to see it is that those past lives and the blood that runs through our veins and everything were the generations of family that we may not have ever met. And so you kind of have that energy here. If I don't flick the card away from me. And then you see like it's flowing down into this. She's taking that time to learn from those things. She's embracing the energy and the blood that runs through her veins, perhaps like learning genealogy and things like that. So she knows her power and potential in the present. So that is awesome. And then the Page of Pentacles is a creepy, creepy looking little dude. He's got his eyeliner and everything on, and you know, he's got his power. He's got his focus. His focus, instead of on a pentacle, is on you. He's reminding you that you have the power and potential to create success, to find that wealth when you stay focused on your goal. Knight of Pentacles is next, the hard-working soldier that is not afraid of boring and mundane work in order to achieve his goals. And you've got that illustration. Again, he's looking at you. He's looking at you and telling you that you've got this, that you're able to put in the hard work and the mundane and boring routine in order to achieve success. Now, she's relishing, the Queen of Pentacles is relishing in that success and wealth. She's got her eyes closed and everything. So she's like, I did this. I worked hard for this. I found this success and I'm sharing it with others. I have everything everybody needs. I'm awesome. So she's taking that time to really tell herself that she's awesome. The King of Pentacles, the financially successful member of the court, he's sitting there, he's worked hard, he knows his worth, and he's kind of staring down into your soul like, you can do this. So we're going to do this, and we're going to continue on our journey of the Obscuro Tarot and move to the Ace of Swords. That's an awesome sword. Can you imagine just like wielding that little knife and going, So that's that illustration, you know, ideas, potential, the aha card. So once you've taken that sword, you're taking that time to look within and decide what you really want. Like the hands, there's the hands again. These hands look a little bit more smooth than the other ones in the Suit of Wands. But you have that sword and it's coming down now, like it's facing down. You're going to use it. You're going to wield it. You're going to trust it because you've taken that time to... 2 is up there, so that's the High Priestess of the Major Arcana. You're taking that time to look within, trusting your intuition, decide what you want to use that knife sword for. 3 of Swords, the card of heartbreak and betrayal. All of those swords are in the rock. You know, you've experienced these painful things. So you got to take those swords out of the rock and create something better. So that is the 3 of Swords. Rest and reflection is the name of the game with the 4 of Swords. And she's doing that. She's taking that time to go into the forest. Since the wands were made into a forest in this deck and the Suit of Wands was, I relate this back to the Suit of Wands. And showing that passion and learning from all those passions before it, taking that time to rest, decide what we want to create, what we're passionate about moving forward. 5 of Swords, the victor or the victim card as I call it, is this illustration right here. And here's all the times that this person has felt like a victim. All of the experiences that have caused us to feel like we're a victim. And we learn from them. 5 of Swords goes back to the Hierophant, the teacher of the tarot, taking that inspiration and inspiring others with us, being our own teachers because we've changed our lives, we've changed our stories. We stop seeing ourselves as the victims and start seeing ourselves as the victors. 6 of Swords, leaving behind the pain of the past to find peace and harmony in the present. You got that illustration there, and they've all come together. They're all like, they're confident in themselves because they don't feel alone. And that's one of the things about the 6 of Swords. You know, you don't have to take this pain of the past by yourself. There's like in the Rider-Waite-Smith, there's the people in the boat, like driving the boat, and the characters are in the back, like getting into peace and harmony. So I gotta stop running my mouth so much because I get tongue-tied. So the 6 of Swords, like all these people together, like they've helped each other come to this time of peace and harmony. So that is awesome. The 7 of Swords is right here, the Thief card of the tarot, and all those swords are there. And the stone right there is like reflective of the 3 of Swords that we saw as well. And all those swords have been taken out, but they're all kind of standing there like almost like the 8 of Swords, which we'll get to in a moment. But the energy here kind of like gives me that it's definitely not an external thief. It's our own minds making us feel blocked. That is the obstacle that we face. 7, that relates to the Chariot and overcoming obstacles in our way of success and wealth and finding our strength. So we have to make it past these swords in order to make it to that rock so we can create something with it and drive ourselves to where we want to be. The 8 of Swords, you know, we're not getting much better with the whole feeling trapped, and you see this character does seem to feel trapped. They're just standing there. They don't have a sword, so they don't have that control of their mind yet, and they need to take that control. This is potential for success and wealth, but in order to find that success and wealth, we have to find that strength within to have confidence in our minds. 9 of Swords is next. You know, the card of nightmares and everything like that, staying awake at night when we should be getting a good night's rest. That is that illustration right there, and I don't see any people in here, but all those are like shoved down there. You've got the balls right there. That was it was in the Major Arcana, wasn't it? So all of those experiences that we've had, they might have been causing us nightmares, and we have to free ourselves from that. Hermit energy with the 9, so it shows the energy of all the numbers that we've learned from before being with us still. So we have that experience and everything, so we can take control, we can free ourselves, and we can face that darkness. We can pick ourselves back up and begin again. This is a beautiful illustration of the Ten of Swords, and it doesn't have that character laying in the ground with like blood spilling out of him in the New Horizon. No, she's ready to face it. She's looking into this power. This castle has potential, but she has to face all the darkness and everything in order to spin that wheel and believe that good luck and fortune are on our sides. 10 of Swords, 10 of Wheel of Fortune, all that good stuff. So we can find all that good stuff and begin the next chapter when we learn from that and feel that control and confidence in our minds. Page of Swords next, and we have that illustration right there with the guy like looking down at that sword, like useful information. That is one thing about the Page of Swords. So he's taking that time to find that useful information. Knight of Swords is here. He's ready for chaos. You look, it's floating. That rock is floating. So who knows what chaos he's going to find, but he is ready for it. Queen of Swords, she's experienced a lot of pain in her past. That 10, that 9, the energy of all the numbers that have come before and everything, all of those painful things of her past have made her stronger today, and she's learned those lessons. So she thinks logically, which is where her male counterpart, the masculine energy of the suits of the mind, he looks angry, doesn't he? Like really angry. So he's the Vulcan of the Star Trek universe, and he's got like that control and everything. He uses logic in everything he does. Okay, we're into the extras now, because that is the major arcana, minor arcana, all 78 of them. So I don't know what we're going to see next. It's the extras, and like I said, I booked back this a long time ago, so I don't even know what the extras might be. Put those back. We're going to put them back in order. So there's the key. The key comes up. It reminds you have the key to your power, key to your potential. You just have to believe in yourself. Here's the lock. The lock is one of the extra cards as well. So you have that one where this key has the potential to unlock that lock, but you have to wield that key. You have to have that control and confidence, and it's even shaped like a heart. So you have to have your heart invested in things. Really let your heart lead you in what you do, and then you can unlock the secrets of your soul. Okay, I do remember what I backed now, because then you've got that illustration. I love this. This is so cool. So the Aries illustration is right here. We have the zodiacs, because I love just adding the zodiacs to the readings and stuff like that. If you've been following me on the socials, as for the month of September, I've been adding astrology readings into my tarot readings as well. So if you don't follow me and you're curious about that, you should, because I write them all out. They're extremely detailed and everything like that. And I've just got these 3 dice, and it's like the zodiac sign and the planet in the house. So I just kind of put that in there. So that's a little tidbit you get for the entire month of September. So back to this. Aries is right there, and that's just an awesome illustration of Aries, like the face and everything, that power and potential it has. There may be, I guess they're not in order. I'm going to have to like switch them through to get them in order. So that's Aries. And then it's followed by Cancer. And so Cancer is the lobster. It's actually the crab. So you have that illustration. Oh, I get it now. No, I don't. Because that was cardinal. This is cardinal. I moved to fixed. So I don't know what's going on here, but it's kind of cool. Cancer is right there. Scorpio is the scorpion, and we have that illustration as well. Aquarius, we're into more fixed air sign now. I love this illustration of Aquarius because it's the water bearer. So while this is the fixed air, it's very related to emotions too. When we think logically and don't let our emotions hurt us, that's where the King of Swords comes in. Because the King of Swords is astrologically connected to Aquarius, we have that energy of think logically. Look down into that ocean of emotion so you can forgive it. Maybe that's why Scorpio and Aquarius are connected right there, because that ocean of emotion is very strong for the Scorpio. And we have that energy of Aquarius right there, followed by Sagittarius, my personal sun sign, and Mercury, Venus, Saturn, Uranus, and the sun. Yeah, so there's a lot of Sagittarius in me. So this illustration, yeah, see, the more I talk, the more weird I get. Sagittarius is right there. I love that eye. It's so beautiful, in that arrow. Like, you have your eye on what you want to achieve, your eye on what you want to aim that arrow and that passion towards. So that is gorgeous. I love that. Libra is next here. You got the feathers and the rock. And I love how this is done, because that rock has to weigh more than those feathers. But they're balanced anyways. That shows we can balance anything when they take that time to be fair to ourselves and fair to others. Taurus is a creepy looking little dude, isn't he? Like the bull head and everything. Halloween stores and stuff are popping up now, and this reminds me a lot of a mask I saw at a Spirit Halloween store. So that is awesome. I tried to talk my husband, who is a Taurus, into getting it and being that for Halloween, but he just kind of looked at me like I was weird, so I don't know if he'll do it or not. But that illustration is really creepy and really awesome. I like that. Gemini is the sign of the twins, and you have those twins right there. Beautiful illustration again. Capricorn is awesome as well. Weird and proud, that's what I get. Capricorns are the most creative sign of the zodiac, and there is the ram head, pointy ears and everything, like power and potential in that. I love that illustration. Leo, these are very easily told, like without even like looking at the names and everything on it, because Leo is right there, and you got the lion head and everything, you know, Leo is the lion, so that is awesome. Virgo is the virgin of the tarot, the one that pays attention to details and is the perfectionist of the tarot. So there are of the zodiac, not the tarot, but she's in the tarot deck, so she's the perfectionist of the tarot. Sure, why not? So there is Virgo. Pisces is this awesome, creepy looking little rockfish. So he is awesome as well. I love that illustration. He looks angry. He looks ready to fight for what he's passionate about, what emotionally fulfills him. So that is awesome. If I don't throw the card again. And last, but certainly not least, and well, in the deck, but not in my opinion, is the 13th zodiac sign of Ophiuchus? Yeah, see, I don't pronounce things very well, so I don't say them, but that is that one. That is the snake and everything. Supposedly, this zodiac sign, the 13th sign of the zodiac, even though it doesn't, it comes between the 8th and the 9th. It supposedly sits between Scorpio and Sagittarius, which cuts off so much of Sagittarius season. That's why I don't believe in it. Sagittarius season is important too, and adding this one just, it doesn't make sense. But he's going to live in my deck as well, because he's part of it. And that snake, intelligence, wisdom, and all that good jazz, definitely part of it. That is the Tarot Obscuro for your consideration to look at it and everything, because that's what this was an unboxing video to see the deck. As I said, I'll put a link in the description to her website. If there is a deck available for purchase and you want to purchase it, it will be available there. If you just want a reading with this awesome deck, you know, that's completely up to you as well. You can get it from me, book it directly on my website, send me a message or comment on this video, or send me a message via their socials, then we can book it that way as well. It's entirely up to you. Any deck in my collection is available for a personal reading. They are way more detailed than anything I put online, so if you're looking for insight, inspiration, and empowerment, don't look any further. That's where I really shine. So as always, I want to thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video of the Tarot Obscuro. I am definitely excited to add this to my collection. It will be sharing a message with us very, very soon on my socials. All of that will be in the link description. Link in the description below so that you can watch that as well. Again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again in the next one.